Hello.
Hi.
It's been a while since I've done this. I don't know what I'm doing. But, yeah, in case you can't tell, we've made a lot of progress on this car because I'm wearing a seatbelt, which can only mean one thing. That's we're about to make the first real maiden voyage on this car.
It's terrifying. I think I'm gonna die right now.
So, we have precisely no gas in it, so hopefully we can make it to the gas station. That's our only real worry right now.
There's one gas station in between here and the one I actually want to go to, so we'll see. We have options. We have options.
Fire extinguisher, you know, just in case. I mean, knock on wood, that's not bad juju. We're not jinxing ourselves, but...
No, we're just being responsible so we don't explode in flames and die.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, let's hear it.
Yeah, so a little backstory. We actually, technically, this is the second drive of the car, because the first drive, I left the upper e-brake cable in this thing, because we don't have rear e-brake cables for it yet from doing the GTS rear end conversion. And
it wrapped around the drive shaft and it was horrible.
Yeah, it got caught in the drive shaft and locked up the wheels, and it was a bad time. So the car made it about a couple hundred feet and then went immediately back to the garage. So this is the first proper drive.
This is the furthest it's gone, and we haven't exploded in flames yet. Yeah, the temp's good.
Yeah.
And the speedometer works.
Try downshifting a gear.
It's fine.
There, I'm leaving in that gear because there's somewhere weird in the low RPMs. You can definitely go faster. I don't think that speedo is accurate. It feels like we're going slower than 50.
I probably just shifted up too quickly. Let's see what the is now. It's fine now.
Yeah. I mean, it could also just be that it needs, I guarantee these things need more dialing in.
Oh, well,
the carbs.
We didn't do anything.
We did literally nothing. We bolted them on.
I love this. This is my favorite part.
Yeah, I told you that wasn't going to be straight. That we can also dial in. Oh, give it more juice. See? You're
okay,
good.
it's fine. Sorry, I'm just scared.
As you can tell, we're both a little bit nervous about this whole process.
Yeah, well, we've been building this car for a really long time, and I'm really terrified.
Alright, we have made it decently far. And by decently far, I say like a couple miles. I pulled off because it felt like it started to misfire a bit, and I just wanted to check and make sure it seems to be running on all four right now. Seems a little weak on that front cylinder. That seems a little better. We'll roll with it. Hello, we're back.
We're here. We haven't died yet. The car didn't blow up.
I turned the camera back on finally because Mandie seems to have calmed down a little bit. She was getting a little stressed out there for a second.
I had a really stressful week at work, and now I came home and now I'm doing this. It's horrible.
It seems to be running mostly okay.
You say that and then go really.
Yeah, there's just a couple weird spots with like the carbs because they're not dialed in at all. But we're mostly able to drive around it, so it's not a huge deal right now.
No, it's just gonna make me have a heart attack.
So anyway, overall, actually really successful first drive. The car's comfortable, it's quiet. I mean, there's no rear end whine, which is what I was the most worried about personally, because I built the rear end in this thing.
You haven't heard his old rear end and his 8.6. It whines so bad, I wanted to kill myself.
It was less of a whine and more of a growl because one of the teeth on the pinion had like a massive chunk out of it. I found out, and anyway, it was really bad. But I spent a stupid amount of hours setting up the ring and pinion in this thing, so I was actually really happy to hear that it wasn't whining. So, all right, update. We went to go see our friends, but they were nowhere to be found, unfortunately.
They didn't answer their phones because they hate us.
Yeah, they hate us. No, just kidding. I love them and they love us. But we didn't get to meet up with them and show off her car, but at the very least, we've gotten a pretty good drive in, and Mandie's slowly learned how to drive around the weird spots with the carbs right now, so.
It's mildly less terrifying.
So, it's going pretty well. I don't think I could ask for much more from a first drive of a car that we spent so many hours tinkering with every last piece of it. So,
it feels really good. Like, for a car that we've touched everything on, it feels great.
Yeah, it really does. It rides super nice. It's quiet. I feel like we just went over all this stuff in the last clip I recorded, but...
We're going to say it again because we're really happy, okay? If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you.
It is what it is. So, the carbs make cool Chewbacca noises, so, yeah.
Everyone stares at us because it's a loud, ugly-looking car.
Unfortunately, we're not going to wrap it out in this video because we got to put a few miles on it, and I want to slowly break the engine in before we go revving into the moon, so.
We got to figure out those lean spots.
Yeah, we'll figure out the lean spots.
You don't like
so, yeah, more tuning, more tinkering, more driving footage to come.
Engine.
Well, successful maiden voyage. There's not oil all over the tray there on the bottom, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything's leaking.
Yeah, I don't actually see anything leaking. I was looking at your fuel pressure regulator down there, because that was leaking before.
Yeah, what are the trains?
Looks like you still have the same amount of brake fluid, which is a good sign.
Brake fluid's fine.
Yeah, are you leaking any gear oil under here?
I really hope not.
Oh yeah, something was leaking, because there's... Or is that just water? That's probably just water.
Where?
On the rocker panel. I was like, what is this? Because I'm like laying on dry ground, but I forgot it was wet earlier. Oh yeah, your slip yoke seal's leaking.
Is it leaking a lot or is it a little bit?
It's leaking.
Oh, good.
I can't tell. Yeah, because it's wet around it on the bottom of the car, like gear oil. Ow, I just hit my head on your exhaust. That looks good. I don't see any drips hanging down off of it, which is surprising. I was expecting that to leak because I suck.
No, you don't suck. You worked really hard on that. I hope it wouldn't leak.
And your fuel pump was the last thing. I don't know if I can see that without jacking it up though.
You can just look at it.
No, it's still leaking. I can see it. So we'll probably have to take that out and really cinch those fittings down to get it to stop leaking. I don't know if you can.
A lot or just a little bit?
I mean, there's like it's wet around the fitting, but I don't think it's like
drip dripping?
No, not enough to really worry about.
Okay.
Like, it's totally drivable as is, just there's a little bit.
I just want to be able to do all the braking shit this weekend.
Yeah.
I don't want to drop the fuel tank this weekend.